What's up, everybody? It's Old Man Winter 8 for Sun and Ski Sports, and we're going to find out with the Never Summer Proto series, which is the right Proto for you. So when it comes to the history of Never Summer, there's probably not a board that has been ridden and bought more than the Proto. And for 25-26, we have their newest shape in the Proto T3, but there are 3 other versions, and a lot of people kind of wonder which Proto is the Proto that's right for me. Now, it's actually very easy to pick this out. It really has to do with your riding style and also a little bit with your skill level. So starting off with the standard Proto T3, this is kind of their bread and butter. This is the board that everybody loves. It's an all-mountain, go anywhere, do anything board. It's a twin tip, but it does have this blower stance on it where you can set the bindings back extra far. So even though it's a medium flex board, this thing can ride in the park, but obviously it's gonna rule in the powder as well. So this is a little bit more for your intermediate to advanced riders who just want one board that can absolutely ride the entire mountain. Now, when we step up from there to the Proto T3 Ultra, now this is a board that basically has the exact same shape as the Proto T3, but we're souping it up a little bit more. It's a little bit stiffer version. We've got a snappier, livelier feel inside the board overall, and it's for those riders that are maybe a little bit more advanced and they want a little bit more aggressive ride. It's not that this thing is any better than the Proto T3, it's just that more aggressive feel. If you're somebody that likes a little bit easier, smoother ride, and again, you want that one board that can ride everywhere, the Proto T3 is actually the better board for you. But if you want that extra aggressive feel, that snappier, livelier push in and out of your turns, then that's where you'd want to go with the Ultra. Now, when we start looking at the brand new Proto T3 Eclipse, which is a brand new board for Never Summer for 25-26, this thing is pretty cool because it's basically taking the Proto T3 and giving it a little bit more of a free ride shape. So you can obviously see that it does have a much bigger, wider nose, a little bit shorter tail. It also has that precision stitched carbon matrix in between your feet as well as in the nose and the tail. So this is giving it a little bit quicker feel in and out of your turns. So this, again, is not a super stiff board, and it is that directional shape, so it has been pushed a little bit more towards free riding, but it actually still has a lot of those characteristics and a very similar feel to the Proto T3. Not that you can't take this thing in the park, but this again is for those intermediate to advanced riders who are looking for more of that free ride feel, maybe dipping in the park every once in a while, but it's not their main focus. And then from there we jump up to the Proto T3FR. This is the high-end freeride board. FR literally stands for freeride. So this is going to be the stiffest version out of all of the Protos. It's going to be the most aggressive version out of all the Protos. We have that precision stitch carbon matrix in the nose, in the tail, and in the middle of the board. It also has their triple camber through the middle of the board as opposed to the other boards that have the triple camber recurve. So this is going to have even more float up in the nose and tail when you get it into that deep snow, but you still get that triple camber on the bottom. When you tip this thing up on edge, it wants to dig like crazy. So this is literally for those advanced riders who just want to go fast, go charge hard, and they want to ride POW and they want to ride groomers, and that's pretty much it. You're probably never ever going to see this thing riding in the park. So obviously when it comes to the Proto series from Never Summer, you can see it's a very important board, and it is a very versatile board, but there are some versions that have been pushed a little bit more towards the free ride things because there's people that don't want to ride the park and they would like to have some of those extra features, that little bit extra in the nose, that quicker feel in between your bindings. They want to have those advantages for when you are riding it in one direction, not that you can't ride these things switch. But if you got any questions about anything that we talked about in the video, definitely leave some comments down below. Also make sure to like and subscribe to the Sun and Ski YouTube channel, and make sure to head on into your local Sun and Ski to check out the entire Proto lineup. But if you don't have one nearby, no problem. You can check them all out at sunandski.com.